Well, greetings and good evening, although there might be a slight delay, people of YouTubes. We are back again with some more Fleet Network Ocean Cup content and back to our regular scheduled programming after our special guest last night. We have Mr. Monk back in the room.
Hello,
how are you
guys.
doing, good sir?
Hello, guys. Hope you missed me.
Did you get
I
that
did.
itching sorted out? That's what everyone wants to know. Has the itching stopped? Is it no longer burning? And has the inflammation gone down?
Yes, 100%. All three. There was a cream. Anyway, I'm not nonsense aside. It's all good.
Welcome back there. Right, so obviously, now I'll be honest with you. There's so many teams. There's over like 48 teams, I believe, currently in the Fleet Network. So usually, I'm not 100% sure who these guys are. I'm not 100% sure who these guys are, because it is quite a big network. There's more teams in it than the Premier League, and I don't even watch football, but I do like Fleet Battles. But these two teams I'm very, very familiar with. We have Unicorn Fleet 1.
We've been in both of them. We've been in both of the fleets.
Yeah. Oh, your mic has gone crappy, Mr. Monk. Fix it.
Let me fix that.
Fix it.
Yeah,
Fix it. Fix it now.
We did.
Yeah.
Fix it.
It wouldn't be a Hive stream, let's be honest, if there wasn't some sort of technical difficulties. But at least it isn't me that's having them.
Ooh, for once. There we go. All right, let's see. Hold on. Just in case.
You just can't get the staff these days. Like, it's literally impossible.
There we go. Is that better?
Oof. What have you done?
Oh. I don't know what I've done this.
Mr. Monk.
What have you done? Are you trying to use a haggis as a microphone?
Is that any better? It was on crisp for some reason.
Ah, there we go. That is much better. Right, okay. So as we say, me and Mr. Monk do have intimate detail and knowledge of both these teams because we've both been in the fleets. So we're looking at UFO. Oh, hang on. Yeah, I can show you now. We're at that point, I believe.
You mind sharing the screen? Yeah, when you
Oh my god, yes. Talk about technical difficulties. Holy frick. Not even sharing my screen with Mr. Monk.
There we go.
Hang on.
Is the audio quality there?
You'll have to bear with me. We're just waiting for utmost impartiality for both teams to fully be in the lobbies, because I don't want to share anyone's screens without everyone else.
Yeah.
Like, and potentially allowing, one team or the other to do a bit of a switcheroo. Right.
Now we know a lot of the. So who do you know who's coming in? We got MLC. We got Roll PLC.
I think we can say who's coming in without saying. So we've got a good buddy from South Africa. It's Mr. Rogue. There's Latin, Mr. Iowa Outlaw, one of my favourite of all-time farmers. 7 Rotten Days.
Very good Battleship player. If he's playing Battleship, we don't know.
1 ping only. We have my fellow countryman from Wales, Sheeny, and I'm guessing the last space is going to be plugged with Mr. Ribs. Yeah. Nah, Sheeny's Battleship man. How do you not know this?
I thought 1 ping was Cruiser guy.
Huh?
I thought 1 ping was Cruiser.
Yeah, 1 ping. I thought you were on about Sheeny.
No.
One ping. I don't know. One ping might be in a DD. Rogue is a good.
It's either DD or Cruiser. I don't think one ping's not a Battleship guy. I know that.
Rogue's a cruiser guy.
Rogue's Cruiser.
7 likes his cruisers as well. So
7 does. Yeah. I'm thinking Iowa is probably the Battleship guy.
Iowa and Sheeny are probably going to be the Battleship.
Also, the stream, you've got stream audio on the games.
Hang on. Why, I don't have it on that one. No, it's my game audio.
Oh, your game audio is playing. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I've got my game audio, and there we go. Right, we can share the screens with people now. Hang on.
Okay, we've got Mr. Axe and the other team. Mr. Axe is likely. We've got some quality players there.
Ooh,
Johan's
this
playing a
is a very premium ship populated. So Friesland, which is a bold choice. Lo Yang,
It's gonna have to kill. Yeah.
triple
Lo
cruisers.
Yang.
Then
Okay. I need to
can
turn that
we?
game audio off. Yeah.
Can we?
Or close down the game. I don't know. Something like that.
Oh, you want me to
I
shut
can put
my
my game
game audio off? Hang on,
Yeah, I can put my game up if need be. It's not a big deal. Yeah.
I can do that.
So the Friesland pick, that's going to be very interesting. It's going to have to pay off because you're going to have to kill some destroyers with that Friesland, otherwise you're not going to get much value out of it.
I have to apologise here. I don't know what the hell is going on with Chris's stream, but we have a very, very grey image. I'm not entirely sure if that's what you're
It's like
getting
a black
over
and
there
white
as
there.
well.
I don't. It seems to be the case. I don't really get it. Oh, whatever works, I guess. This is back in my day.
So, right. Well, everything is literally about to kick off. So we've got the perspective of Mr. Ribs in the Georgia. And we also have... Oh.
There we go.
We have
There we go, okay.
Salty Chris in the Georgia also. Yeah. We've got a coverage from B and C side. I can actually... If I can click on it and load it up as well. We also have
we've got the Lima's side. Ooh, wonderful.
And the mains who's on B.
Good. We can hopefully see both sides of the battle. You know, we obviously can't guarantee it because we can't reveal any tactics,
Right,
but
okay.
you know,
So
we'll see what we can do.
I want to separate.
So the two. Yeah, while you're talking there, we've got the double O Yang pick from both teams. We've got the Z23 and we've got the Friesland here. Looks like the mains by Rogues, Team UFO here has been spotted. Their mains are engaging each other, which seems fine. I would be very hesitant, but they know where the battleships are, so it's safe to engage.
Right, well, we know Chris is right behind Llama, so
he's not fired
fortunately,
yet.
I believe I see a salvo in the air.
Oh, that salvo there. Oh, okay, that's a big hit. It's not like a dev strike, but with this sort of level of competitiveness, these sort of players, that amount of health loss is big.
We seem
so
to be
taking a big salvo there.
We seem to be having some stream issues from the Lima's
Can we swap
side.
over to a different perspective, Mr. Hive?
Yeah, so we can. Let's pop over and get
Can we swap
live.
to the UFO's perspective, I think?
Of course we
we're not
can.
going to see much with Chris here. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it looks like Darius is playing it careful right now. He was spotted, which is pretty bad in terms of being the Georgia, because the whole point of this playstyle, what I'm looking at, at least from Chris's playstyle, is that Alpha Strike. Surprise, because Georgia shells are not very quick.
I don't know.
We've got the Monarch pick from Salty here.
Yes, see? They it's about time someone listened to me. I have been saying for months how good the Monarch is, and everyone laughed at me.
Looks like you're getting through to Mr. Striker in the Monarch
Looks
pick
like
here.
they're not laughing anymore. Now, in all fairness, like, if we look at positioning here on C, I'm gonna say I think it's partly because of the map, but Salty have a more dominant position. You can see the cruiser, which is...
look at the health pool. Did you see the health pool of the DD and the cruiser? Oh my goodness, Rogue is real low, and so is the DD on the other side. I don't know what DD that is, and maybe it's Friesland.
Oh, Ribs looks like he's having a bit of a push onto Too Good. Let's have a quick change of screen.
Too Good is it? Okay, Lo Yang is low. Oof.
And he's within 10 kilometers of the mains.
Not been taken. Look at the caps. None of the caps are contested again. They're all stop the cap contests.
They
Interesting.
Have. But
there must have been some sort of radar play that stopped that.
Well, no, there's no radar in B.
I'm surprised. Why did they stop? It must have been the DD on Bravo.
What?
I don't see how. Maybe got the BCL on A.
That could be the Lo Yang in B using its sonar to push to push one ping out of the cap. One ping is really low, and so is Rogue. and it doesn't look like they've traded a whole lot back to really capitalise on it.
Yeah. It looks like Salty's relatively healthy, whereas a lot of at least 2 of the UFO players are really low, including one ping is very low. AP salvo out from Chris. It doesn't really make a difference. It's AP from Jordan.
Hang on. Hold the phone. Oh, Ribs just put off a shot into Too Good, which honestly I thought as soon as I flipped the screen I was like, he's done. He's done. He has definitely got some.
It's not over.
Some blessings of RNG.
Yeah. Oh, doesn't look like Too Good's going to survive this one. I really don't think he's going to hold it very long.
He might use a heal,
but it's looking...
His heal
no, I don't think he's
literally kept him alive.
No.
But
I don't think he was going to save him, though. Oh, he got away with it. He got the smoke. The smoke play. Oh, the smoke play saved him. Another salve from Georgie would have been dead, super heal or not, I think. But well, good recovery by I2 there. He was looking pretty aerial, maybe axe or one of the DDs. Maybe smoke him up. Very well done.
He is now radared, but by the looks of it.
Oh, mains is taken out. UFO by the Georgia. Chris is taking out the mains.
And I think Salty are about to lose Too Good again as well.
They're about to lose. Maybe probably lose. Oh, he dukes it. I2 dukes the shot. He is living on a prayer. On a prayer. Holy crap.
This, ladies and gentlemen, is the type of RNG we all pray for. Granted, not to just put it to RNG, there's some good armor.
Oh, there we go. Okay, RNG is only going to save you so many times.
So we have Rogue and Too Good now knocked out of the battle, but Salty have capped every single base, and the Z23 from Johan takes out 7 Rotten Daisy in the Friesland. So the Friesland not looking like it's like it was going to pay off, but this could be interesting. UFO really need to put their big boy pants on, and they have no option but to push.
They have no HP though. Their HP is all down. All their HP, all the ships in question are low. Monarch is not even going for a single heal yet. I don't think Monarch even used a single heal yet. He can tank for days, and they cannot afford to damage trade with the Monarch. It's going to be pretty rough. You've got a miracle to get this one. They're commanding start.
They have to do something. They can't sit there and wait, because Salty has a big points advantage. Granted, we've still got 8 minutes left in the game, but
I don't think it's 8 minutes
you're not
left
winning.
In the game. I know the timer says
you're not winning this match or any of these matches by sitting and waiting. Right, let's have a quick flick over to.
Let's flip back. Yeah, let's flip back to Salty's perspective here. You've got Delima in a fully healthy main.
And I have to put these up live. Right, he's at sea, raining all hell down on Mr. Ribs.
And that DD is real low. One thing, his options are limited.
So UFO have
positioning is he's fishing line. Okay.
UFO have taken B, and they are contesting C. But Chris is coming in with the big guns. Oh,
this is good, but the problem is Georgia cannot. You can't. You have to respect the Georgia. You just can't. You can't do that. Yeah.
The Celtic is not. It's not going to survive.
It's I2 in the Celtic against the Georgia. You know, it's the same thing that happened. It's literally a mirror. Georgia versus Celtic. Georgia's going to win every time.
And there we go. There's another ship down, and it looks like Chris has got a big boost of confidence here. He's going to push Sheedy in the Monarch. Now, I know
it's 100% the right play. I agree with this.
Oh, not this Monarch, Lion. Sorry, and
he's pushing the Lion. He's going to hit the superstructure because he's angled. Not really the best of shots in the world, but it doesn't actually make a difference. At this point, he could ram and to be up in value.
Yeah.
Chris does not have to make any desperate plays. He could ram and he'd be up in value because there's such a ship lead.
Soon. Let's see a couple of people.
I'm struggling to think UFO can pull back.
I will apologise to chat. We don't usually get much time to respond because there's usually quite a lot of action going on, as you can see. Yeah. But a big shout out to Mr. Rambo. How you doing? Mouse Alpha Stars. How are you there? I
Angel.
believe Sir Nars is here as well. Mr. Outlaw and Tyler have both popped in to say hello. Nice to see you, gents. And yeah, this is like this is looking like a win
This
for
is
Salty.
yeah. This is definitely a win for Salty. I don't see how they can pull this one back now. It's going to be a little bit too. It's past that point of no return. I think.
And
They put up a good fight. It wasn't an easy win. Like there was some trading there. The I2 where in the Celtic play, there was some even trades, but I think the DDs really losing that much health in the DDs limited their options quite substantially.
yeah, it was the same thing. I know you weren't here for yesterday's matches. I don't know if you had a chance to watch them back
I didn't have
yet
a chance to watch
or
them,
not.
yeah.
But the DDs are so critical, and the fact that that Salty put that pressure on UFO's DDs so early, and
well played.
That was a good match.
That was a very blitzkrieg sort of tactic there. Like the Germans are over there. You can see that one.
I am switching off the screen so nobody
right.
can see any changing of the ships. We are changing maps, though. The next round will be on Scandinavia.
Oh, not Scandinavia. Oh, no, not that map. I hate that
Why
map.
do the Dutch paint black lines on the side of their ships?
Oh, I've no idea.
So they can Scandinavian. Sorry. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to go home now.
So that match, man, that was a really quick and painful. That was a quick match. That was really quick. It was very. I don't think UFO. I think hopefully they'll adjust to that and they'll realize what they did wrong there and they'll correct that.
We are going straight back into the action.
I don't think it's going to be a 2-0 here. I think we've got a chance. Are we going to hear from? Are we going to hear from them, or are we going to hear afterwards?
Post match. So stick around post match. We're going to have Mr. Ribs and Mr. Jedi pop in and have a quick chat with us about how the match went, how they felt about it, what went good, what went bad, and hopefully add another perspective to the whole battle lineup.
This could be interesting. Yeah. All right, so we got another second Georgia pick from Chris. It seems like that strategy really worked out well for them. I don't think the ship lineups have changed that much.
I don't think there were any changes to the ship lineups. I've got to be honest.
I don't like the Friesland pick, personally.
I don't.
I don't know. You probably know something that I do.
I understand that it is a very, very good gunboat. I think everyone here will agree, like in a one-on-one fight against DD, you're going to want the Friesland. But once, even if you win that DD fight, you're kind of limited there on in. You can't zone out an area
to get value. You have to kill both DDs to get value, I think. And you're not going to reliably do that. The Zonar's good, but it's not as good as Lo Yang. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't see it. I don't see
a Lo Yang.
That's just me.
If a Lo Yang comes at it with its smoke and its sonar.
We have seen the ship change. The Fantastic Johan.
Oh yes, yeah, there is a Fantastic. What did the Fantastic replace? Did you catch it?
It was Z-23 before. Z-23 now switched to Fantastic. Looks like they're going more of a wider approach rather than a captain test.
In all fairness, on the previous matches we've seen here, going wide on D generally seems to be better. Putting yourself on the inside of D does expose you to crossfires from mid.
It does.
but UFO,
we've only seen a couple of examples.
UFO look like they're pushing really, really heavy on A, which I don't know if that's tactically a good choice, because they're going to limit their crossfire availability around the map.
It might work. We don't know. You got to remember these are high level players, and they've got solid decision making behind each decision they make. To us it may seem like a bad play, but we don't know the full picture. We can always ask this after the fact.
So as we can see, as I sort of just mentioned, I said about going on the inside of D being a bit risky. That's exactly what Salty have done, but they have kept two of their ships in C to provide that crossfire into D.
That is a wonderful ship pick, by the way. If you just spot that anchorage by that's an anchorage, that's a different pick as well. Anchorage on the middle cap. You smoke up the anchorage, you've got 4 guns, 4 turrets, Baltimore-esque power on either side. Really advantageous. And if you want to, you can smoke up the Georgia as well.
You are right, and we are live with the anchorage. So, yeah, at that range...
That's a really good pick. I like this pick.
Into D. So, UFO are taking A. Salty are currently taking D.
Yeah, I feel the power struggle. I think UFO's got A side more on A side than Salty does. I think Salty's got the strength on D side.
Definitely. Ooh, Mr. Ribs lining up a shot on Johan in the. But it is a laugh-and task. Like he can get
13
away.
13 kilometers is probably not going to hit, but you never know.
Wait, hang on.
Every salvo fire, it's always useful.
UFO are taking both D and A currently.
Are Salty gonna let them have D though? I don't think they will. I think they'll stop that. I think the DD will push in. You see the cruiser on above Delta. He can push forward without getting shot at and just radar. Oh, another shot from Anchorage. Anchorage hits really hard. It's essentially the same as Baltimore, but you've got an extra turret. It's big damage if it hits right.
And
I really love this.
It's a Baltimore with smoke. It's a Plymouth on crack, ladies and gentlemen.
It's pretty nice. It's a really good pick for this map. It seems really for this map.
Yeah, Rambo, we are currently 1-0 to Salty. So apologies, I'm a little bit behind.
Sorry, we're really focusing on the chat. We're really focusing on the game. Yeah.
Right, let's have a quick check.
So it looks like you said UFO.
Let's have a quick check in with Chris. So crap. That's the problem.
No, wait, hold on. Yeah, UFO's taking A, but they're being contested straight away by the DD on Alpha. Looks like the cruiser is also going to be contesting A. It doesn't look like they'll be getting those 3 points at all from me, UFO. The question is, what's going on with D?
Need to be real careful over there on A, because granted they don't. we know. They don't
UFO. Know this, but the majority of UFO power is on A, as you say.
UFO is heavy, but
hold on. Looks like some DD fighting on D. Can we switch perspectives maybe to UFO?
Oh yes, we can. D-Ribs is in the vicinity.
Yeah, D-Ribs is in the vicinity. Okay, well, looks like the DD lost half its health there. The Delta DD lost half its HP. Georgia's being very aggressive. I like this Georgia play here.
Yeah, but he's free too. Apart from the DD, there's not much really stopping him, but he does need to be careful that he doesn't push himself.
There's a Georgia on B, and who's the Georgia's on B? He's giving the Georgia flat broadside right now.
That's literally what I was about to say. He's got to be careful about giving away the angle to Chris in the Georgia and the anchorage, because the anchorage can do a lot of damage. But I think he's outside of the anchorage range.
Warps. Okay, it looks like he's maybe one at best.
No, they fell short.
Oh no, they ran out.
They ran out. Yeah.
I like this play. This is a very ballsy play by the Georgia by pushing on the outside.
Yeah, but so
question is, someone prepared for that.
The problem is he's got no support. They know he's coming.
Oh no, he's been radared. The whole plan is fluffed.
That striker already had his guns there, looking, watching, waiting for him.
Yeah,
so
the radar sort of strategy might work.
The radar was just confirmation of what they already knew. But nice shot on the Lafan task from Mr. Good shot.
I feel that strategy would have worked if it wasn't for the caliber of players that we're fighting.
We're gonna have a quick look to see. Things are a little bit quiet on B at the moment, so we're gonna leave Chris and Lima to it, and we're gonna stick with Mr. Ribs whilst the hot action is going on over this side of the map.
It looks like Monarch. Okay,
Thank
I'm going to say
Mr.
Monarch
Rambo.
wins this.
we just got a compliment of Mr. Rambo saying that we're doing great. Appreciate that, my dude. That's 3 fires on Ribs. He does have to He has to put that out.
Ribs. Yeah, he's not. He's unfortunately, I was gonna love to see
But
this, but Monarch wins this engagement.
He's 1-on-1 with a Monarch unless
Yeah, I'm gonna lose that.
Striker makes a big mistake and shows broadside.
He's gonna lose that any day of the week.
And
That's an easy Monarch win, and I think Ribs knows this. He's backing up. He's trying to get disengaged.
yeah, you can see.
That's a smart.
He 100% knows.
He realizes he's not gonna win that. Yeah. The question is Chris going to allow it? Because Chris is still in Charlie. Still in Bravo, sorry. So, does Chris line up the shot?
It's not what Ribs wants, is to land another fire. Let's have a look. Let's have a look with Chris, and let's see.
It's only a single fire. It's fine. But Chris is not focusing. Oh, or is he? Oh, hold on. He's looking at him.
No. He's looking at. He's looking. He's got Rogue in the mains, right out on the.
I mean, if he knew what we knew, I think he could have. He could have killed the Ribs if he knew what we knew.
Well, maybe he still can.
He's going for it now. He already knows. Oh no! I don't know if it's the best shot in the world, but we'll see. No, he's going for it. He's going for it 100%.
Points-wise, UFO are maintaining a pretty decent lead. Iowa
I think they've lost a lot of HP for it though.
Iowa
shots on Georgia.
Nice hit on the Georgia.
No. Not quite a kill, but if Monarch pushes him, he's out.
And the bag rat over here, I think that's Mr. Iowa in the back. I think he's lucky he went unspotted, but like
looks like Road. Yeah, Chris is ignoring Road. We got a torp on what is that, Georgia? Is that Georgia torped? Yeah, by the Fantask.
I missed it, but that is Mr. Ribs out. But like,
yeah, that was Mr. Ribs torped by Fantask there.
It was a strong.
It was a ballsy play.
It was a strong win by Salty in that first round. But like you can see, UFO 100% not taking that lying down. They've come back. They've come out real strong at the beginning of this match. Yeah. They've lost their first ship, but they have been dominating, especially on the cap front.
They can play a lot more defensively than Salty has. Salty has to push now. I know they're down a ship and they're down a little bit of HP, but it's not over yet.
But that's a broadside means to a Georgia, but unfortunately,
I don't think Georgia hasn't got shots.
Didn't have the shots.
Remember, Georgia travel time is big.
Oh, he does have the shot.
Oh no, Rogue's backing up. No. Oh no! I don't know.
I think he's backed up enough. Ooh. I think he was real.
He backed up enough. Ooh.
He was real fortunate.
That could have been so much worse.
Really good positioning. By
they've lost the DD as well. They've lost it. Oh, trading DDs. So they lost the Fantask for the Friesland.
Chris is.
So they've got a Lo Yang on either side. Both teams have Lo Yang as DDs, I believe.
Yeah, I think Salty's DD might be a bit out of position. I understand why he's back there.
Yeah.
Because he's been pushed there by the two cruisers. So Salty
really when you've got three radars, that's a lot.
Salty really need to do something about the cruiser threat that they're currently.
There's only 4 minutes in this match. By the way, I know they're doing ships right now UFO, but there's only 4 minutes of this match left. Well, if UFO just buy time,
look at that.
They might have a chance to win.
You could have parked two Georgias in the gap of those torpedoes there. they were well placed, but they were well placed.
The blind fire from Chris here.
Is he gonna make contact though? Unfortunately not. Oh, second set of torps.
Just for the sake of blind fire.
He is going to take torp.
Oh, you need one. It's only not for much though. 7,000, really not that much.
So
now the question is, what's going on this side? Like it looks like the whole team UFO is all corralled on a cap.
Right. So we are joining Sheeny now because D Ribs was unfortunately taken out. Mr. Hi-Fi, how do? And Maya, welcome. Thank you very much for your kind comments there, gents.
Oh, is it going to trade though? Is it going to trade with an ED? That's the question.
That's a lot of torpedoes. That is not a trade, and that has
I was hoping he could maybe just stay with the front gun because he knew he's going to go down, but
just
it
given
looks
Salty
like
the lead as well.
yeah.
Come on,
And
Mister.
it's 2 caps to 2 caps. There's no gain there, so it looks like oh no, another one's down here. Oh no, that's UFO. That's UFO killing a Salty player. Sorry, the perspective switched for me.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, we
it
are
still could
with.
go either way. It's
We
a
are.
close match.
It's gone back. It's gone back to UFO's favour. This match is literally like.
Oh, this is getting close. If they
Sal-
just run away, if they manage to buy time,
Salty have UFO
Oh no
have
no no
the
no!
advantage, but
Not anymore. Stop now. A being contested. Every time, as long as A's being contested, Salty has the advantage.
they do.
It's only 10 points.
They
10
are
points
ticking
difference.
up the points. My
Oh
God,
no!
this second match
UFO need to
is.
contest
Oh,
a cap or a
rated
kill.
you
Need to
over on
contest or a
Twitch.
kill.
Oh, holy crap, that's why I've got so many viewers. Thank you very much, Mr. Highfire, and welcome everyone from Twitch
Thank you very much, sir. Appreciate
over
it.
to.
Okay,
our
looks like Lion taking shot on the cruiser there. Oh, that's half his health there.
big hit on Lima.
Oh, that's the Lima's pushing in. Oh, Salty's making a risky play here. I'm not really sure they need to do this, but oh no, oh maybe they do.
They're pushing
That
for
was
the
right play
win.
then.
They get the trade, which gives Salty a very marginal
Ooh.
lead. But
I'm not sure about pushing your line though in an anchorage. I'm not sure about that. Line has overmatching guns. That could hurt. Yep, that's what I'm saying.
but it's just not quite enough to take the lead back. And that is a Lion versus a Georgia, which is a tough matchup, no matter how you look at it.
that could go anyone's way depending. If Lion has that heal ready, you've got one ping only in the Lu Yang. He could do something. It's this could be either one game here. It's looking winning for Salty so far.
I want to jump to Chris real quick. Is
Yep.
this?
Where's
Wait.
Chris at?
Wait, Chris is dead. Chris is gone. We're on to Negan. Holy crap!
Oh, very good. Watching Negan. Look at the timer. 55 seconds left. It looks like Salty is going to get this win
50
unless something
points in
changes
it.
drastically. Oh, kill. Would be a kill. Oh, looks it's a Salty kill. There we go.
That's
It
one
looks
ping
like
gone in the
UFO
DD,
is-
and like literally like the first match was
okay.
was a bit rough from UFO's perspective. Salty did pull a bit of a number on, but they came back out absolutely swinging, and this match has been
Ooh.
so freaking close all the way
It's
through.
changed.
Like-
The whole game's been changing. I think we know now the winner is Salty for this one, but
It looks
that could have changed. That could have been anyone's game for the last 2 minutes, 3 minutes. That was insane.
yeah.
Look at me running for his life.
That-
He's running
doing
for his
doing the old T-ball shuffle on the border there.
life. It's not a road break. There's no requirement for that. Well played. Well played.
Oh man, that was really close. I'm a bit gutted that UFO didn't take that
I wish there was
second
another
round
match. Not gonna lie.
because
Yeah.
I want to
wish
see a
we had
third.
heard that.
I want to see a third so badly.
That would have been such a great match for the third, because like I can definitely tell UFO learned from last time and they really played that much smarter. That could have been such an interesting perspective to see a third game.
And you can see the absolute importance of the of the caps, because there was a lot more, so much more pressure on Salty that second game. And
You see, the first game, we had the Salty had control over all the caps. Like they're at least capturing all of them at the start of it, and that wasn't great, but they took it back. The second game, the contest was so much better. She said,
yeah, it kind of forces the when the other team control the caps, it kind of forces that push on to the other team. So if you're on the defensive, you have to push, and that's when you expose yourself. That's when you become at risk, and Salty capitalised that on game one. But in game two, Salty held their composure a bit. They didn't rush in to fight the caps. They sort of bided their time a little bit more, at least from my perspective anyway. That's what they done. And it's a risky move because it does end up like you're getting down to the wire at the end, but they held out, and they were
They tried some new tactics
in the end.
That riff idea was something.
Right.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what we are going to do now, there might be a little issue with audio, but we are going to invite Mr. Ribs in first from UFO and get his thoughts and feelings on the match. So bear with me, just uno momento. You get to hear some phones ringing. Mr. Monk is having technical difficulties with pressing a simple button. What are you doing, Mr. Monk? What are you doing? Anyway, what? Always technical difficulties. Mr. Ribs, can you hear me? I don't think Ribs can hear me now. Can you hear me in chat? I suppose it doesn't matter because there's a 2-minute delay. Let's check. Yeah. My audio seems to be working, but there seems to be an issue with the call. Hang on. Right, I'm just going to go into a chat with Ribs and see if Ribs answers. Hello, Mr. Ribs. He's got a mute button showing. Mute, unmute. Hang on. Oh, here we go. Technical difficulties, I tell you. Right. Hello. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Oh, there we go. Jesus Christ. We are absolute professionals over here.
I just gave a whole spiel and realised I wasn't even on.
Yeah.
Wasn't even recorded. There was nothing going on.
Mr. Ribs, are you with us? Are you there? He's
muted.
Yes, I'm assuming there's no swearing or
no, you can
shed stuff.
No.
This is my channel, dude. You've known me long enough. If you wanna shout some profanities, feel free. So yeah, obviously we watched that live.
Yeah.
From our perspective, like the first match, like solidly kind of had you guys' numbers. They did, but the second match, my God, that was so close. Like, what?
So close.
I you can tell me to fuck off if you want, but what was that team chat in between match 1 and match 2? Like, what made you guys like flip your strategy? Because you seem to be a lot more aggressive with the Caps in the second match, and it was really good to watch. We were gutted that it wasn't a third round.
I love the second game.
Yeah. Well, first of all, Salty are a great team. Obviously, they've proven themselves in the last Oceans Cup, and yeah, they're just a genuine decent group of guys. I've played with the majority of them separately, and yeah, they're quality players, and you know you can't put that against them because they have done very well.
Anyone at this stage of the competition.
Yeah,
including
good. You guys as well.
Yeah, including
you guys are exceptional.
No one's getting to
say
this
that,
point without being good.
See, for the first game, just to give you a walkthrough of what was happening, our plan was initially to get immense wide on the west side, and also to have a BB as a hold on the inside. Unfortunately, the spawns did not care for that plan at all, so we had the Celtic White, who ideally would have been inside B, and we also had the mains mid. And as soon as there was a bit of indecision amongst us, that fell out. Mains got hit relatively hard early on. Then Lo Yang did. The seaside, we couldn't really do a great deal. They did a really good rotation later on with bringing across a mains after we were trying to dig out the Celtic. But we just didn't have the DPM. We didn't have the positioning, and yeah, North was quite hard. It was pretty much a write-off from day one. Monarch is a really good pick, and I striker who played the Monarch was on point. He was on point every single time.
2 seconds.
Position-wise,
I apologise to interrupt you, but Mr. Monk, did you hear that?
No.
Everyone
Yeah,
has
the
been
Monarch was
giving
a-
me
Striker
shit
played the Monarch
when
very
I've
well.
said about the Monarch, right? And Monk especially gives me shit for the Monarch. But yeah, it is an absolute. Sorry to
How would you say
interrupt you
that,
there,
Rick?
but
Fine.
but
I know, I understand it. Originally, Monarch would not have been one of my first picks either. However, we've been using it relatively recently. Our first impression was to get a Hawk involved instead of a Monarch, but unfortunately, changed plan very last second and chose George.
Yeah, do you mind if I ask what would you pick, a lion or a monarch?
So Monarch is good for sitting, tanking, and just being an overall sponge. A lion is good at that as well as positioning and speed. So I personally like the lion better just because of dispersion reasons, but it's not
An
too
overmatch as
dissimilar.
well, you know.
Overmatch is there, yeah.
Overmatch is big, you know, because you can you saw last match, the second match there, a lion was absolutely destroyed
Yeah.
the anchorage there, and you couldn't do that in Monarch. You couldn't do
Well,
that.
the position that you can be in is a lot better as well because Monarch is usually affected by range, and especially if you've got worse dispersion over longer range, it's going to be harder. So yeah, generally Monarch will just be the tank that will sit there, tech it, and do snippets of here and there work, but nothing really substantial by comparison to others. Which we've seen a change, especially in the comp community, between having the hard hitters like AL New Jersey, and everyone just taking them out and preserving health and wanting. Yeah, I mean Georgia works because again overmatch and speed of reloads, accuracy, range, general speed. There are some downsides to it, of course. It is a long thing, but it is what it is. But it works better than an Iowa. It is akin to an AL New Jersey in my opinion. But the first match didn't go exactly to plan initially. We didn't respond well to the initial positioning, and immediately got hit pretty hard and lost a lot of health early on. And that was the main reason why we lost. And it just allowed them to push, and then they could sit back as well straight afterwards because they already had the kills, they already had the points. So they just had to be reactive rather than proactive. And that they saw that, they read it, and as I say, their rotation ability was quite good. Their pushes were impressive.
And just
When you've got
really
two
quickly,
teams of that
I do
caliber,
pay attention to chat, but there's a bit of a delay at the moment because of the fleet battles, and yeah, so I do. So haha,
I just want to add something as well. When you've got it may seem like when you've got two teams of this quality, of this caliber, the slightest mistakes can cost the whole game. Like one small mistake can be enough to cost the game because it's such a close games these are.
And honestly,
even their first game,
like
one big mistake, that's it. That is almost that could be it. You could have been potentially perfect the whole game, and that one mistake could have cost it. It's very close.
Like me and Monk,
these teams are capitalizing on big mistakes.
We've both played in the tournament, so we understand. We've watched a lot of it because of our commentating, and like honestly, I'm just a bit gutted that this wasn't a semi-final and we didn't have a 5v5. Like it's really unlucky that you had such strong teams meeting so early in the knockout phases, which is unfortunate. But like, how do you feel about that? What's your would you have liked to have met Salty a bit further down the line, or like where?
Well, yes and no. It's always good to challenge yourself with opposition earlier on that are decent. I mean, we did it.
We know both you and Salty. You are both like top contender teams.
Excellent teams. Just
definitely up there.
Excellent teams.
In the best of them that are around. And it's like yeah, from my perspective, I'm a bit gutted we didn't have a 5v5 because that would have been awesome to see.
Yeah. Well, it is what it is, but I would have liked to see that too. But it eventually it's going to be changing, to my understanding. So I think that we will get more opportunity in the future. When it comes to map picks, North is not necessarily the strongest unless you are on the north side. In my opinion, it's a bit harder to work from the south. Similar for Scandinavia, the A side on Scandinavia is really quite well to hold from the north, and it's also quite well to hold from the east. So I'm not saying that they were better off for that, because they completely played ridiculously well. But the way that the maps are positioned, that they're not symmetrical. If they were exactly symmetrical, which, to my understanding, the next tournament will be the Super Cup thing, I think. It may be different.
You guys are in the Super Cup, right? I think.
Yeah, we
that's
are.
been
We
confirmed.
qualified a couple of weeks ago, I think. So we will be partaking in that.
So this
cool.
is definitely not the last we're seeing of you guys then, which is good news.
Oh no.
No, we're going to be around. With regards to the Scandinavian strat, just so you know, initial positioning was the initial positioning is always discussed before, and we talk about potential pushes. And I know that Jedi on the other side, we've talked quite a lot recently, and he was potentially aware of a hard push. What I don't think anyone would have been aware of is what I did on the east side.
I want to know this. I want to know what that Georgia push was yours. I love the push, okay? Even if it didn't work out, I love the push. I wanted to see what was the reason behind that one.
We knew that the Georgia was sat mid, and we knew that we had a hard or a harder push on the A side. So it was kind of a counter. We wanted to get the focus of the Georgia for the A side, where he was being spammed or he was being touched, because the rotation of the turrets is just too much. And in that respect, I'm then able to push up. But the only way that I could have done that is if, for whatever reason, we pushed the Fanta off cap. Now, the first thing that we decided to do was get the radar. Even though there wasn't much spotting, it was more of a scare tactic, get them off, push them away, and allow our Friesland to pull in. And at that point, we saw the Georgia. And I did not discuss this with anyone. I literally just sent it down that side. I think it
had really good potential.
Sorry?
It was really good potential, that play. Like, if I was to do that play, I'm not sure about it, because like, obviously me and I can see both perspectives. We can see everything there, you know.
It's high risk.
Knowing where the Georgia was, we can turn away. But,
see, this is it. That was my only scared point, because we knew, again, the Celtic and the Monarch were there. Now, the reason why I pushed so far up the island was to open that up and not necessarily allow the Monarch to be as involved with hitting either the DD or the P-Bag, and be more focused on myself, of which he did. He reversed back. He was trying to get eyes, because the islands at the top were blocking the Fanta's line and also the top line. So I was kind of thinking I'm going to be safe there, and I was for a long time. I was always expecting the Fanta to come round the top side. I just didn't think it would be that quick, but I always underestimate the speed of the French destroyers.
That Fanta is something else for speed, isn't it?
My dispersion,
it's there for a reason. Yeah.
My dispersion on that final shot on the Fanta cost the game, if I'm honest. But regardless, you can't cry over RNG. But the other side, whilst this was happening, they were doing a kind of split tactic. So the focus was to dig out the Georgia. The Georgia then had to pull round. Then Sheeny, who was in the Lion, was going to be focusing there. It was initially intended for the Lo Yang to pull back over and then support the other side. But that didn't work out too well, and we stalled a bit there. But towards the end, it got quicker. Rogue, he made a push at. To be honest, it's the exact right time.
Near the mid,
but the position was not as good as it could have been, because Lap could have pushed it at the same time.
We just had a comment of Chris in the Georgia saying from Matt Salty that it was not fun being stuck in between you guys.
Yeah. See, I also didn't expect them to put a Georgia, which is speed orientated and distance orientated.
Usually a flanking.
Yeah, exactly. Which is exactly my position, which is why I was kind of bricking it a bit with such big guns on the broadside.
It's definitely not play. Yeah, because
but
as me and I can both say as well, like it's not a boat that you really want to be. And turn traverse isn't great. It's more for speed and turning. It's not really meant to be holding a side. Like it's not really built for that. It's more of like a Kansas sort of play style.
yeah.
You know?
So that it
But
was a
that would not
distractionary item. That was all it was. It was distractionary. I was never expecting to live. It was a case of push them back, deal with everything, and it was a spur of the moment thing.
Honestly, that was.
I think it was really good.
That was a great play, though. It was.
But that's how it should be,
Yeah.
right? Like you should have the ability to think without direction, especially if you are a good player. It's good to have that direction. It's good to have those calls, but
Yeah.
you have to be autonomous. Because if you're not,
You
then
can have a shot
you're-
caller.
Yeah, you're gonna be
Yeah.
sat still. You're gonna be not doing anything. You're not gonna be capping things. You're not actually gonna be focused on what you would do if you were playing standard. So that is
100%.
kind of the linchpin of competition play. Everyone can work to a strategy, but it's never working to the strategy. You've always got to change it regardless.
The best
To mirror
defense
what's
can fail.
coming. But yeah, to the other guys on the other side, they really did quite well, and it did come down to literally a few points. If for whatever reason we'd at least traded that low yang, maybe we get the overmatch from the Balti. But I don't know if you saw the dispersion on the last one against the
I don't
Balti.
think we did on the task. Oh, against the Balti, I don't.
I think we
so.
missed
Maybe,
the shot
maybe.
on the Balti.
Yeah, if that
We saw the
got
shot
a kill,
on the anchor.
if that got a kill and he was able to escape around the back end of the island, then we could have won that, but it would have been very tight on health. Probably would have still gone their way.
Regardless, yeah, like you guys had the rough first game, but that second game, I don't care what anyone says.
In all
that's a really close
fairness,
game.
I think
could've gone either way.
Ribs has analysed that pretty much spot on. That last match was
Yeah,
literally the RNG of one or two shots
Either way.
could have changed that game, and honestly, it was so exciting to watch. Like the flipping of the scores in the last couple of minutes, it was literally
It was
down to the
great.
wire, and from me, I obviously condolences for the loss of the game, but thank you for putting on such a fantastic display for us. I'm really
thanks,
happy we got to see that, and good luck in the Super
Yeah.
Cup.
And-
I hope we get to cover you there as well.
100%, man. It was always
Yeah.
a pleasure, man. I have to say as well, you make a good point. Sorry,
I appreciate being invited on, obviously, to discuss this, and yeah, you generally don't get the inside information as to what's happened, so it's good to outline that. So I appreciate that. But also,
It's nice.
two things. So Salty, obviously, good luck in the rest of the tournament. Very well played today. Expect to see more, and I want you to beat WOWSL, so that's good too. Furthermore, listen, I'm all right with Gillis, he's fine. But in regards to our team, I really appreciate the boys. They've done a lot this time. We've had our hand tied behind our back in some cases. We've lost quite a lot of talent that we did have, but these guys have picked it up and they've run with it, and it's no detriment to Pingu as well. Pingu has been at Pinguin 7. He's been pretty much running this tournament. Myself, I did the last one. Pingu has dealt with this one, and he's done a really good job. Very interesting how he's set it up, and for such a young guy who's currently at a rowing championship, I respect that. So I wanted to send my appreciation for that. But yeah, everything about our guys. Thank you very much.
Wonderful as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to say the UFO team as well. We can both comfortably say that, you guys played really well. Obviously the result is unfortunate for you guys, but you guys played really well. You put up a great show, and I don't care who anyone says. You guys,
I don't think anyone should walk away from a match that close should ever hold their head down in shame. You guys played amazingly, and like I said, once again, thank you very much for that awesome display.
Just before I do go, I would like to say that if you'd have seen some of the other ones that we've done,
I thought
you would have been saying that was a boring game. We played one against CRD, which was the very last second. the very last second on Two Brothers, I died, and we lost by 1 point.
I think I was supposed to cover
That would have been a
that.
good game.
But
Yeah.
but there was something about the map selection coming up in the next round that sort of stopped that whole group of games being streamed.
Yeah.
So
It
yeah,
would have been
We
interesting.
had
we're sorry to lose
Yeah,
you
we
from
covered
this
a couple
tournament,
of
but we're definitely gonna as long as you allow us, that is to cover as many more as we can going forward.
No,
Excellent.
of course.
job.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Enjoy the rest of the stream. I'll get you here. All
Yeah.
right.
Take care, Mr. Ribs.
All right, thank you very much. Pleasure, man. Always a
Right.
pleasure, Mr. Rhodes.
Okay,
I think he brought back a
Jedi
really
is
interesting.
supposed to be joining
Jedi's
us,
joining?
but he's offline now. So let me see if we can get him in. So we can.
While
get...
you're doing that, I'll raise that point that D-Rub's made. He's got a really good point there. More competitive play, you know, want to have that extra. Oh, here he's joining you already. Having the extra ability to think for yourself when it comes to following strategy. Sometimes you got to make that random play. You know, you got to make that be all end all play.
Just
sometimes
to
you gotta
let
push that
you
Georgia.
all know out there as well, this isn't the end. There's been a bit of a delay with one of the other teams that was supposed to be fighting, so it looks like we're going to get coverage from them as well. So
Oh hell yeah!
we'll give Jedi a quick minute here.
Yeah, we can discuss what we've done there. What do you think? What do you think? What D-Rub said there about the whole thing about like having that wee bit of independence, thinking for yourself sometimes, even though
Well, yeah,
the shot caller will say X, Y, and all that.
you got to see exactly how good that actually was, because that play from Ribs was.
I know it didn't
really
work
good.
out, but it was a good play.
Well,
Like it could have been a really good play.
It didn't
Anyway.
change the outcome of the match. That's correct.
Could have though.
But I definitely think it made a change to the game.
Anyway,
What's up, fellas?
as to say hello, Mr. Jedi. Hello.
Hello.
I don't think we've met
Hello.
before. How are you, good sir?
I'm privileged to be on the esteemed streamers of all streamers.
Yeah.
That kind of
And Hive's
flattery
here
will
too.
get you everywhere.
Yeah, Hive's here too, by the way. Jedi.
Okay. Oh, hi. Okay.
Right.
Anyway,
So obviously we've seen the outcome. We've seen everything going down in real time. I don't know if you caught our little interview with Mr. Ribs himself there, but you know there was some kind words sent towards Salty. Also, D Ribs has asked you if you could kindly beat Wassa for him.
yeah, it's been a very good
That would be
request.
appreciated.
What's up for him, huh? Well, yes. If that happens, we will dedicate the game to D-Ribs.
There we go.
There we go, Mr. Ribs. So it's good to hear.
Yeah,
So,
that was good.
Congratulations.
so
That was.
Yeah, congratulations are well played as well.
Thank you.
So obviously,
Anyway,
like,
sorry.
first of all, round one, you guys absolutely stomped it. Like, there's no denying that was a rough match for UFO, particularly with the mains getting caught out in the mid. So, like, just talk us through what the match was like for you guys. Like, what was your perspective on how things were going, particularly in round one?
Yeah. So on North, their team kind of made some. I don't want to say mistakes, but they had some misfortune. Their mains was caught out, like you said. Then their Lo Yang took an unlucky torp. Lucky for us, unlucky for them. But essentially, right at the opening, those two factors basically put their B cap in a compromised position. And we were, they had to play defense right away then, and B cap, we were able to push in, grab that cap. And then the A cap, was like you had two cruisers against each other. So we were able to rotate over to the C cap and basically support the C cap. And that game kind of felt, not in an arrogant way, but just kind of felt like we had control just because of that circumstance, like right at the start. And
Yeah, you guys
that
had
was
to agree with
unfortunate
me
for
that
them.
Yeah, having those captain tropes is really big. It lets you have that defense play, and it's so much easier to defend and attack and competitive, isn't it? Isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and then unfortunately that puts them into a vulnerable position for that second game, regarding the defending, being an easier task than attacking. I really, like, when you're attacking as a fleet, or you're in a must-win position, you need to attack as a unit, the whole unit. Otherwise, you end up lemon training in. And we had a plan going into that second match to play defensively. So we were expecting them to push hard, and that's what they did. And to be honest, they played really well. They almost broke us. It came down to the last minute of the game. And
Oh, it was very close.
Yeah,
it was very close.
That last 3 minutes, like, my heart rate was up,
Anyone's game.
and I'm thinking about finding you for potential
that's
health.
why that last 3 minutes is why we do this. I mean, it's like 6 months of preparation for those 3 minutes. But basically, they're I don't want to steal or take too much credit, because they played really well. But in that last 3 minutes, the main did such a good job getting the flank, I think, over the A cap, and holding our Loy Yang, and our mains had rotated over to help out as well. But he did such a fantastic job of grabbing the cap, being on the flank, having crossfires, and then sitting in a defensive position. But as I mentioned before, the key in these fleet battles, when you're down or when you're pressing or attacking, you have to do it as a unit, and that's where they kind of screwed up.
Yeah.
And
We saw that.
a player played. I don't know who that was in the main. He played really, really good. So
I believe that
feel
was
terrible,
Rogue.
like saying,
That was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
Rogue
Rogue.
in the mains. He's an
I
excellent
feel terrible
player.
saying that he made a mistake, because he might not have made the mistake. I don't know, from their side, that somebody might have said push, and then he pushed and nobody else pushed, or really what happens in most of these games.
Mistake can cost them. It's very very close. Slight mistakes, even partial things can do it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a rookie. I'm not. This is just a general comment, not towards this game, just towards whoever might just be a newer fleet out there. The mistakes are when a player realizes, like, oh my gosh, my team is down. I need to make a move, and I need to make it now, or else we're going to lose this match.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the teams that have been in a minute. I mean, we see somebody move out, make a move like that by themselves, they're going to get clapped. Like, that's what we look for. So what you really need is a unified attack, because that strategy doesn't work 100% of the time. But if you push together in a desperate position like that, it might be 50-50 at best.
To sort of
but
counter
at least
that
that's
on the
better
flip,
than 100% loss.
I think we kind of seen a solo
We saw that
push from Ribs in the second match when he pushed right up in the D cap, try tying up Chris from B in the Georgia and tying up the Monarch at the same time. So, I think to be fair, those solo offensive plays can make a big difference. But like you said, it's a very risky move. And even Rib said, like, when he done it, he's like, he knew it was a big risk. So,
100%. So, but I mean, the time was getting down low, to the last minute. So again, I mean, that guy in the mains, I mean, he played great. And then our team was there was a lot of chatter. Our comms was like red hot on fire. Normally we're pretty calm, taking turns on who's on comms, but that last 3 minutes, it was just like, holy shit, it's getting down to the wire. Yeah, 100%. It's like,
if it was tense for us, guys, it's
going
to be even more tense for you.
Yeah, it's like internal commentary is going on. Hey, we have the ship lead. Oh no, we don't. We have the cap lead. Oh no, we don't. We have the points lead. And it's like, what the hell
We
is
said the
going
same
on?
thing. Because me and I were the same way. We weren't even playing.
Yeah. So.
Oh boy.
Credit to them, they played really good. And it was fun.
Yeah, so
good. We saw
so
similar
there was
Mr. Hyde.
there was one sort of final comment I sort of really wanted to make, and it was something that I made to Ribs, and like it was like watching you two guys fight out. We know, and from like experience, and not just because of our like both of us being like personally like involved in both teams at some point or another, that we know you both, UFO and Salty, are, you know, they're two of, you know, the most competitive teams out there.
Period. Yeah.
Would you have rather have had that as a 5v5 rather than a 3v3? Like, would you have, if you could have chosen, would you have taken that battle at a later stage, or are you glad you knocked them out already?
I mean, it's a very
difficult question
I
to
like
answer.
to politically answer this. No, I mean,
Really putting them to the thought high.
I am holding no punches here.
I mean, it makes no difference to me if it's three games or 5 games. You know, I was talking with some of the UFO guys about the spawns, because the spawns are always tricky in these things, and I think the spawns kind of play a role in it. You know, the ship select, you know, whatever that Joker ship might be, that plays a role in it. But I like the variety. You know, I like that you can't. I like that you know, you prepare for the best and you hope for the worst type of thing in these scenarios, because
don't you hope for the best and prepare for the worst?
Did I say it opposite?
You did. It's just a minor observation there.
I think that's what you mean. You put on the spot, Victor.
Okay, well, thanks for setting me straight on that. But my point is that I like a little bit of the unknown, because I mean, the game is kind of supposed to mirror life a little bit. I mean, even though we have like My Little Pony captains and Robotron captains and all kinds of things like that, right? But I kind of I kind of like, you know, a little bit of helter skelter mixed in with the plans, because it makes for more strategy. You know, you have to make contingencies and backup plans, and you know, like, what if your radar cruiser spawns all by himself in the cap, and now he's up against another cruiser? You know, like, okay, now we have no radar over DD. Well, how do you handle that? You know what I mean? So I like those scenarios and matchups, and I think that adds. Now, I know a lot of guys are like, well, let's just use all tech tree ships and all tech tree captains, make sure everything is, you know, equal. But I would say, you know, my answer to that type of thing, or mentality of making everything 100% equal, it's not equal. I mean, we didn't come into today just picking ships. I mean, our guys are out there paying, you know, doing their time, doing their
practicing. You're working on the ships. Yeah, you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. They're doing their bureaus. They're doing their homework. You know, they're doing their scrim games. And that's the difference between, you know, a new fleet that's like, hey, we're all standard guys who have a 65% win rate, and we just, you know, we're all good, so let's just play and we'll beat everybody.
I feel like that was a dig at us.
Yeah, it's just like UFO work as well. Like, they put the work in as well. They're testing their shit, doing the strategies, just like you guys as well. You're both working hard towards the thing. It's showing that you're both very, very good fleets there, and it's the work by effort that we all don't see, you know. If you're in this thing, you're just popping in, you're just saying, oh, here we go, Jedi's fleet has chose the mains because it's strong, and they just picked that. It's nothing the sort. Like, if I had to ask you why you picked the mains, you could give me a full paragraph explaining why you picked the mains. Not because it's strong.
100%. And then on top of that, like just specifically the mains, since you brought that ship up, there's different builds that the mains excels at. You know, you can do the damage reduction builds. You can do the Arthas build. So even within one ship, you know, we had some guys.
Run the mains 3 different ways. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So there's a lot to it. And even before our match started, I was watching one of our guys' streams, and he had a legendary mod on his ship. And a couple of our players had changed ships, and it was just a reminder, like, hey, guys, make sure you have your legendary mods on your new ships. You know, like, there's all kinds of things that go into it that, you know, you make a mistake. Like you forget a perk, or you forget to upgrade a certain area of your ship. You forget to put a triple booster on.
Twist and track on, perceptive. Yeah, all these things. And you know, like as I said, the mains. The example, you could build the mains because the mains is coded in 27. It's got icebreaker. It can tank battleship shells. rather consistently if you angle it right. So you can build a tank build, like you said, running like a hipper sort of thing, or you can focus up here on damage. You can go a range build. There's so many different builds. That's just such a one boat. You could even play some sort of tank build, or like in Massachusetts, or no, you're not going to run Massachusetts, like in Alabama, or you could run some sort of damage focus in Monarch. It really depends. It's all about picking the right lineups, thinking what works best on each map. Because in particular, if I was going to highlight a particular ship for this, is the Anchorage pick for Scandinavia. I love that pick. I love that pick for Scandinavia.
Well, that's great. I was a little bit. I mean, I'll be honest about that. I mean, Lima, exceptional player in all classes. He took.
In all fairness, I have had a message off
him.
Lima saying, "Jedi, talk about me, please. I try hard."
Lima is trying.
We also love your voice, Jedi, so speak up.
Oh, wow. But, you know, he took that ship, and Lima's good in anything you put him in, which is amazing. But, I mean, when he took that, I had a little bit of a question, to be honest, only because on Scandinavia, it's such a big map. And that
I love
ship,
the pick.
I think the ship has, you know, I don't know, I like faster ships in general. Like, I tend to want to go with the fastest ships of the class on Scandinavia. But it worked again. You know, I'm thinking we're in a defensive. We're planning to play in a defensive position. So I didn't even say anything or question it, and it worked.
Yeah, arguably. Yeah, I gotta say, like with Anchorage, the defensive play is so much better because obviously you've got the smoke, you've got the Baltimore power with an extra turret. It's very, very big. The torps are not really needed, but they're nice to have. I would pick that over a faster ship because you can. Only issue with Anchorage is the turret traverse, and he's probably built into that knowing Dilema, you know.
Of course, yeah.
But it's one of these things. You think about these wonderful ship picks. It's the amount of time and effort put into this. You know, you really got to think about this, guys. So when you're picking your lineups for future competitive matches, obviously Salty knows this, and Jedi knows this, but think about why you're picking your ship. What is it good at? What is it bad at? What can you focus on? You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why. I mean, we had a Luo Yang in that match, but we also paired it up. I believe Johan switched to Caprice.
Sorry to interrupt, gents, but I have actually got. We've managed to catch the final round of Yoink versus Burg, and it is currently 1-1, and they're just going into the final match. I feel awful interrupting because this is a great chat, but you can either join in, watch the stream as I'm streaming it to you on Discord, and join in with the commentary, or you can politely say your final words. Get the flock out of here.
It's up to you,
it's entirely up to you.
My first time being a guest, I've been told to get the flock out.
Yes, that is true.
Nice talking to you guys. It was fun.
Yeah, but
love you, buddy. Very well done. Well played, and I hope to see you more in the finals. And as Group says, let's see how you handle WOWSL in the future.
Oh man, we're not looking past anybody. It's 1 week at a time. So
good,
I mean, we hope to face WOWSL, but we're going to be ready for. I think we play Crimson next week.
That's going to be a
just
good
played them
match.
Last week.
I think.
So,
I feel like
we're not a strong crew. It's not a strong fleet.
We'll see what happens there. I heard there was some sort of thing there with their match with Black, but whatever happens, you know, that's what we're focused on. And I'm not looking forward to looking past anybody. So everybody's good at this stage. So all right, 100%. Good luck, guys.
100%.
Enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for your time, Jedi.
We appreciate it, sir. I'll see you next time. Bye bye for now.
All right, guys. Later.
You owe me 50 million gold on Diablo, by the way.
Oh, shoot.
Right, okay, so apologies, ladies and gentlemen, because we've kind of jumped into this because they've managed their match. This match was supposed to happen at the same time, and they've managed to drag it out a little bit longer. So we are actually catching the end of Burg versus Yoink. Now we watched Yoink's last match, I believe. That was the last one both of us covered.
Yoink won really strong. Yoink won really well last match. We covered him. We have this Hazy here.
Yeah,
So we've got a Riga pick, which is something we haven't really seen too much of. It's not that popular a pick.
but
It is a pick, though. Not that popular.
it's a strong ship though. It's got really good armor, and that AP from the Russian heavy cruisers, like they can you misplace your battleship and they are going to absolutely punish you. So
Oh no,
I
can
think
do it. They can do the work.
I think
Yeah.
I think it's a very good choice, and of course the velocity of the shells.
Yeah. The
You
only
might
problem
not
with
get the
that
same
pick is
fire
Riga.
rate on a DD as you would if you were in, a mains or a
No, it's not for DPM. It's for
Wichita.
Alpha Strike.
But Alpha Strike and your likelihood to hit, I feel,
And the
is a
good
bit
radar
higher
as
in the
well.
rigger
Here we go.
because of the speed
Yeah,
of
if
the
we
shells.
just we go back to the match. Yeah, we go back to the match real quick. We've got Z23 lit up by the Riga's radar. Couple shots out, and it looks like Z23 is probably going to get away with that without minimal damage, which is really good for the Berg team. He's escaped and he got away with that. And Riga radar is really short because all Russian radar is reduced in duration, but obviously it's increased in range.
Mr. High Orange, Jason, nice to see you guys here. Like I said, apologies for a bit delayed interacting with chat.
Yeah, sorry people here. Sorry guys.
Right, let's have a
We're
quick
just trying to focus
flick
these
over
games
to Burg. Oh, there is a Z23 spotted,
Ooh.
but he's hesitant, and
He's not gonna
I
shoot,
understand Alex being hesitant for
Yeah.
taking the shots here, because that is a
I've got
that
two
is a
reasons.
lot of
New
ships.
Jersey.
Yeah, like both teams.
And New Jersey has got the fast shells as well. That
Both-
is some sort of Russian boat. Maybe Kutuzov. I don't actually know. I don't speak Russian. Or-
both
I don't know what
teams,
that is. Maybe
both teams
Kutuzov?
seem to have gone heavy with the heavier focus over on the A side as opposed to the D side.
Berg's got a triple BB pick, by the way. We're just taking a quick lineup there. The triple BB pick by the Berg, and they're going for a triple cruiser by the Yoink team. But it looks like Yoink have the Riga, so they've kind of got a pseudo battleship pick.
Yeah, it's definitely no joke, that Riga, 100%.
Yeah, it's no joke close to a battleship. The only problem with Riga is its maneuverability. It's not really much of a cruiser. It's more of a mini battleship. Really good
Right.
positioning here by Alex here. This is great shots on New Jersey. If this continues to happen, New Jersey's going to have a
He's
fine,
pushed forward a little bit
fine day burning in
too
there.
much, I believe. I think he's going to
He's
struggle with that
probably
island.
readjusting it. He's readjusting it. Okay, he's maybe
Ooh.
overshot a little bit now. He's got shots on, I don't know what
That
that
was
is. I'm
big
assuming
hits
Domino.
on the Kaiser. On Kaiser.
Ooh, New Jersey could get a shot there.
Can we see?
Looks like Linton, Hazy's perspective here. We've got D being being capped by Berg, I believe. Yep.
Yeah,
Is it?
no.
It's not Berg, it's,
Yonkers have just taken D, and Yonkers that's given them a slight lead. A is being contested. Now this is bold. This is risky. Alex has
ballsy.
popped out,
It's ballsy, very ballsy. Yeah,
taking shots.
I would be
but
shooting at the Z23.
exposing
the
himself
Z23
to that
afterward.
New Jersey. He is obviously doing the smart thing
Ooh, if New Jersey
and
takes
moving
that,
back out.
I think New Jersey should have taken that shot because he would have had the shot. I think New Jersey shells are quite floaty. I think he had the chance for that shot. Looks like he get fire in Z23. That's big, but it looks like his friendly DD is taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, like it's a fairly equal trade at this point, which isn't
Yeah.
necessarily
equal
a
trade,
bad
yeah.
thing. I guess it just
Well,
depends.
Berg's
on
up on
if they
point. That's good.
Oh
Equal
yes,
trading is good
they've,
when you're up
they've
in
sunk
point.
one of the cruisers. Burg did
Oh
get
yeah,
a kill.
looks like
Where
it.
did
Looks like it.
we missed
I
it? It
didn't
would
see
have
that
been the
one,
two
unfortunately.
battleships over here on A. Picked off that cruiser that we've seen. I believe it was Kaiser and the cruiser that
Must have
took
been.
some
Yeah, it was on A side. It was on A side. Yeah.
took some heavy damage
This
earlier.
mains play is good. This is big damage. This is big damage piling up already. This is gonna be big.
And the DD,
I feel they could have gotten a bit more better position maybe.
The
on the
DD's
mains. You could have got a
changed
bit better farming.
the DD's gone behind that island, which means he's not spotted.
Ooh.
So Yoink can't
Yeah, I
do
don't want
much in return. And like if
I'm not
that
a fan of
DD
that
doesn't
DD,
spot him
yeah.
soon and push him out of that position, he is going to be a real big headache for that New Jersey.
He's gonna kill that New Jersey. Yeah, he's gonna really brutalize that New Jersey.
I
if that-
think
if that
the New
DD doesn't go
Jersey
back
is
out
going to
and spot
take a
him.
taupe as well. So he's got a fire.
Ooh.
He just dodges the taupes. That was incredibly close. He is now spotted. So is
And he's on another fire as well.
Are
I
they-
don't think New Jersey can get shot on mains here. He maybe could, but it's going to be a risky shot. They're not going to get much value.
This through that gap, and he's angled, but let's see. Let's see if we've got any action
I don't know.
going on the other side.
It looks like that battleship on the right. If you go back to the mains real quick, just for a second, the battleship on the right on the mains is looking not very good.
Is there? Hang on a second.
Like,
is there a big discrepancy between the delays here? There is. There's about a minute difference in the matches. Which, oh God, this makes it awkward. So we're now actually going back and watching Yonkers push onto D, and seeing them
that'll
take
be
that.
Interesting.
They are.
I'm not sure how I feel about this Riga play.
There are 2 ships down. The it was the Z-23A. Looks like it has been lost. But also,
I'm not sure about this Riga play. What do you think, Mr. Hive? It's good to get the cap, but I think he's overextended just a touch.
It's a strong position with his radar to push and keep the DD out, but he's in a bit of a tricky situation for taking quite a bit of damage.
The reason, that DD's in a fine position to torp him, and Riga is not very maneuverable, as we've mentioned.
The funny muffler is online, just in case anyone was curious.
Oh yeah, just in case. Yeah, just streaming. There we go, 100%. Those torps got range.
I think he's took the 2.
This is why I don't like that position. The torps now. He has to use that radar sooner or later because he's getting low in health.
I like playing that area here on 2 brothers, but I like to be behind that gap.
There's the death torps coming.
I think he's okay. I think he's okay. As long as he doesn't move, he's fine.
No. Oh no.
He's not dying to the torps. But
yeah,
I like to be just behind. Right, let's have a swap over and see what's happening over at the D side. So
that Riga's hanging on, man. Oh no.
Yonkers, are they about to take A? No, they're contesting A.
But they're not going to take A. Yonkers are about to lose any hope of capping A. New Jersey's going down.
We said if the DD didn't spot that means, and if they couldn't do anything about it, they were going to burn down that New Jersey. And that's exactly what happened.
It's always nice when the company to get something right for once.
It is. Ladies and gentlemen, write that one down. I've got something right. We will commemorate this day.
It looks like Yonkers on the back foot for this game, but it still could go either way. It's not over yet. 200-point lead by Burg, and obviously got the ship lead by 2.
It is
this
still.
This is looking a bit more worse to wear.
It is still a close match, but in this 1v1,
losing this engagement. He's losing it.
The mains is taking a lot of damage. Obviously, he does have his heals, and he's got his heals going. And
it doesn't. They both got heals though. I don't know. I think this mains, if it continues a 1v1 trade.
Unfortunately, I don't know what that ship is. Is that a Chapayev? No, it can't be a Chapayev. Chapayev's a band.
I think it could be. No. Azraline Chapayev's band. Regular Chapayev isn't.
Does
I believe
anyone
it's
speak
another
Russian?
mains though. I could be wrong. No, it's Kuchezov. It's Kuchezov.
It's Kuchezov.
It's Kuchezov. That Lu Yang is still alive. Is very big. They've lost their DD. They're down to 1 destroyer. I don't know. The points are only about 100 and something difference.
It's still close. This is, and I don't think, with it being 1-1.
Here we go. Just lost to Riga. Riga just went down. I recognise that Russian. That's Riga.
That's Riga. So
the Riga just went down on B. Sorry.
So that's added to Burg's advantage. I don't know why Alex is continuing to take this fight here. It's not necessary. He can just because look at the damage he's taking. Look.
I'll be switching to AP here.
He could lose this fight purely on the fact that what did we say? It wasn't a Chapayev. It's a
Kuchezov.
Kuchezov. Yeah, he could.
I think it's a good. I think it's a good idea to pick this fight actually, because even if he does go down, it's still a positive trade. Look at the amount of health that Kucherov is losing. The mains, every time he hits him, he's penning. I don't think you can say the same with Kucherov unless he's running EOP.
I think the Kutcherov was because
And now he's got the smoke.
he was taking his hit points down real fast.
I think that
We
the
have
Lo Yang
seen the
helped
switch
out
to
with
the
this fight.
AP, as you suggested, which was a good call
There
because
we
it's
go.
paid off.
Yeah.
And
It looks like that's over now. I think
it's going
I
to
don't think
be
Yoink can come back
going to
from
be difficult for Yoink to pull this back. If we go over to Yonk's perspective, like I said, there's a slight delay on the streams. Unfortunately, hopefully that's something that we can iron out going over
There's
in the
1,000
future.
points already in the points.
It's 1,000 points. They lost the other cruiser,
Yeah.
and that's game over.
I would have loved to see the other gaps, the other matches. It would have been great to see. Next time.
And so that, I believe, unless someone in chat
All
wants to
kills.
correct me, is 2-1 to Burg to pick up our that. I believe that puts them
main save.
that-
Kills.
that puts them through to the semi-finals. I believe. I think.
Oh my god! Stop switching screens,
I'm not switching
Alex. Stop
screens.
it!
Oh, Alex.
Alex, stop! Stop switching screens. Show us the battle lineup.
There,
Oh,
he's
why, Alex,
stopped
why?
he's stopped his stream there. So
Why,
yeah,
Alex, why?
unfortunately, we just missed out on catching the full second game, but we did get the third game, so at least we got to see the
We got
grand
another
finale.
game, and that's really good.
And
You can see like small plays like that making all the difference. Just the simple act of the DD not moving out meant that the mains could farm the New Jersey down.
and yeah, right. Do you know what? I'm gonna check. I'm gonna check to see if we have any other matches. I know PG
Yeah, I
were
don't think-
playing. Who were PG playing? PG had a match this afternoon.
Double check.
Results are in. PGX versus WASA. That was 2-1. So that
Is that Waka doing that, or is that
that was 2-1 to WASA. So
okay?
like we know, we heard it from Ribs and Jedi. We know what WASA are one of the teams to beat.
Very-
So like well
Yeah.
done to
They're the team to
PG
beat.
to PGX for
Oh,
getting
yeah,
for picking up a
100%.
win against those guys. The Wolf Pack also took on the Anchor Connection, which was a 2-0 to the Wolf Pack. So are there any ones still going? Today was crazy. Hopefully we can sort of set up a bit of a what's the correct term? A bit of a synchronization between battles going forward, so we can get one match, then get another
Oh
match.
yeah, that would be nice.
Straight
Yeah,
after.
that would be nice.
So that is something. That is
was
something
watching-
some of the fleet leaders are willing to like work with us a bit on, as well as the fleet network. But obviously we can't like mandate times or anything. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to cover them all.
Yeah, no, we can't. You're coordinating with so many different players. There's 7 per side. That's 14 players. You know, you've each got different schedules, potentially different time zones. There's a lot of organization, a lot of stuff to be done.
I
It's
believe,
not easy.
yeah, that is all of the scheduled matches done. There was another match today, which was Black Fleet versus Crimson Dragons. Now, see, this is where a bit of the difficulty comes in, because people are choosing to put stream delays and not put stream delays on, and although from the matchups Crimson Dragons won, Black Fleet have brought up that they potentially think there was some
The
stream
delay wasn't
sniping
enough,
going on.
Or
So
yeah, there might be
so
something
Black weren't
running that.
running a delay, CRD were running a delay, and they had a longer delay. But I don't know. could be a tricky one.
It depends.
But-
We weren't streaming it. That's something to
I
say.
mean, if you know they had a longer delay, how did you know they had a longer delay? Were you also trying to stream snipe, or was this an after the fact sort of
Oh,
thing?
we don't know. We don't know.
Yeah.
We don't know. We can't. We're not going to dismiss any claims. We
No,
don't know the situation.
Not at
you know.
all.
Hard to-
So we're gonna have to.
It could
wait.
100% be the right, or they could be completely wrong. We don't know. The only way we can find out is we'll see what happens with the rulings. You know.
We're gonna have to wait and find out what happens there. I'm expecting. I'm expecting that there's going to be an adjustment to the rules, specifically around delays, particularly
Yeah.
to prevent issues like this happening. And
Like
hopefully
when
we
someone
can,
asks for a delay in the stream, I will not tell them. Like we just won't tell you the delay, the stream delay we have in our stream. Like
Yeah.
we'll keep that private because
Yeah.
we
When-
don't want to make any adjustments.
when I speak to the fleet leaders, if I'm covering matches, I've specifically been asked to cover them. I do ask for no delay. I put my own delay on there to keep everything as fair and equal. But like you can see with that last match, there was a slight mismatch. It wasn't much. It was about a minute difference.
I think it was just more latency. I don't think it was
But-
an intentional delay.
It can literally just be the latency of the streams that
It's
can
powered
cause
internet.
that.
Yeah.
But right, it has
But, yeah.
been a absolutely epic night of ships. Like I want to
been
say
great.
once again, like big thank you for Salty and UFO, not only for letting us stream their games, but coming in and chatting with us afterwards. Like, I think that's something I'm going to push for more from teams. It was an off-the-cuff idea I had about 20 minutes before we started. I pitched Ribs, pitched Jedi. They were both like, yeah, I'm down. And it was really nice to get
And I
that.
think that's it's lovely as well, and kudos to Mr. Ribs as well. It's not easy having when you lose these matches, it's pretty rough on you. You know,
Yeah,
and
like-
the fact that he was really, really, really good sport about it. He was lovely about it. Just shows it's the quality team UFO.
Yeah.
You know,
And hopefully,
not every fleet could be able to do that. It's going to be a challenge for
Like-
people to match that.
don't get me wrong, I was hoping we were going to get a bit of shade. Because it's always nice.
Really?
But there was no shade. Two excellent teams, two excellent representatives from them both, and we are appreciative of being able to cover these. So
What
don't
you
forget
think,
to
Natalia?
hit
Best
like
of 5
and
games?
subscribe.
Hold on.
Huh?
Hold on, Mr. Hype. Hold on. Mr. Talia's in the chat there. Best out of 5 games? What's this? What's he talking about?
Hive, not knockouts best of 3. It's the semi-finals that's best of 5.
Just in case. I don't know. Before we call it.
Or is this a semi-finals match? This is booked in knockouts.
Do we have another match? We may have another match. We need to ask Talia because he's obviously in the tournament. He knows the rules set up and all that. So I don't think he's yanking our train. We'll have to ask him. Can you update? Is it still updating?
It looks like Hazy's stream is over. And I'm checking the results as they're coming in, and the results we've got.
5 knockout is best of 5. Which are you talking about? The Yoink one? The Yoink game? I don't know the other clan off the top of my head. I'm just saying Yoink. That's why I'm saying that.
Yonk and Burg. No, it's definitely best of 3.
Burg.
I think Tala's just trying to wind me up potentially. Yeah, there is a 2-minute delay, and judging from what I can see, these games have ended. So
I think we'll call it in that case, unless Talia's right. I'm not sure. I don't know. Just wanted to confirm that.
just checking. We have results in the Yonkers versus Pacific Bay, which is the one we just caught the
So
end
that's
of.
fair.
It was 1-2, so it was best of 3, and that
was best
is
of
Pacific
3.
Bay going forward into the semi-finals. I think. I don't know if we have any more knockout rounds left.
Alex has posted it. I don't know if it's. I'm assuming. I don't know. We'll have to double check.
Yeah, it's the
Talia,
it's
you
the
sure it
upcoming semi-finals that are best of 5. it does switch to
Yeah,
best of
okay.
5 for the semi-finals.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And there might have been a bit of confusion because I believe there was one semi-final match already booked for this weekend, which was Shock and Awe versus the Skull Crushers, which happened yesterday, I believe. I don't know if we've got the results from that. Yes, we have. That couldn't have been a semi-final because it was 2-0 to.
It was 2 by UFO, wasn't it?
It was 2-0
Huns
to Shock and Awe. So that must have been a knockout round as well. Yeah, Tala's confused. You're confusing us all, you Tala.
All right.
I might have to take your mod off you if you keep on lying to me, good sir.
You should give us a longer stream time, huh?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
We're taking our paycheck.
we're still in the knockout phases. I think that might be the knockout phase done. I believe that's all.
It's going to be good now from following now. We'll have best of 5s from now on, isn't it?
Yeah, so we are going to be heading into semi-final territory really soon.
Ooh, it's going to be good. We'll be covering at least 3 games, potentially 4.
So what I want to cover as many of them as possible, to be honest.
Yeah.
Because it's a close call. I almost enjoy commentating over the games than playing the games because it's really stressful, particularly when you're in competition battles.
Oh man, yeah. You guys do well. Some of you do know because some of you are competing, but
yeah,
it's very stressful.
But like anyone who doesn't compete, anyone who's curious, like let me know. Write a post, write a comment on the stream after it's closed, and I'll pop the Fleet Network link in there, and hopefully we can get a few more teams in. Try it. It's an experience that you probably
even taking
don't
knocked
want to miss
out,
out
it's
on.
an experience. Yeah, it's not horrible. Like it's going to happen. You're fighting some of the best of the best.
Which is great to see. Right, okay, we are going to call it there, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a fantastic evening of ships. Thank you very much, Mr. Mike.
Thank you again, Mr. Hyde.
For tuning up.
Thank you.
I didn't have to find a stand-in for you today, which was nice.
Yep. No thoughts this time.
But yeah, thank you very much for everyone who stopped by. Do not forget, slap that like, subscribe. We will be back with more competitive gameplay. And, of course, until next time.
Ciao for now.
Take care.